have already worked extensively with tenses, and as you can see here, this slide has 3 declarative sentences portraying the simple tense in the past, present and the future. It also shows the various verb forms for each. You can pause the presentation and go through it in detail. Now let us read this sentence here. She needs some money. Now this is a declarative sentence portraying the simple present tense where needs is the main verb and it is showing us the tense. Now needs is formed from the base verb need. Now let us look at another sentence. Does she need money? Now what have we done here? In this case, we have introduced an auxiliary verb does, which is showing us the tense, and then we have used the base verb need, which is the main verb here. So this sentence, does she need money, is an interrogative sentence in the simple present tense. So in this sentence, does she need money, we have used does to go with our singular subject she. So what if our subject is plural? Then what form of the do verb will we use? We will use do they need money. What if our subject is you? In that case, what will be the form? In that case also, we will use do you need money. So what do we see? That whatever the subject is, singular or plural, our main verb stays in its base form and the auxiliary verb changes. So the form of the sentence is we use do or does depending on the subject, followed by the subject and then the base verb. What about this sentence? Did John go for a picnic yesterday? So did here is the auxiliary verb which shows us that the sentence is in the simple past tense and our main verb go is in the base form. Now we have used did with the singular subject John. So what if we have a plural subject, the boys? How will we write this sentence as? We will write the sentence as did the boys go for a picnic yesterday? What if the subject changes to you? Then what will we write? Then also we will use did. So we will have did you go for a picnic yesterday? So in the simple past tense, the interrogative sentence has the form did followed by the subject and then the base verb. Will he go to see the doctor tomorrow? So out here, will is the auxiliary verb which tells us that this sentence is in the simple future tense and go is the main verb which stays in the base form. Now you might say that we have another verb in this sentence, to see. But remember, to see is an infinitive and it does not portray the tense. So what are the verbs here? Will and go. And will is portraying the tense to us. So we have used will with the singular subject he. How will we write the sentence if the subject changes to they? In that case also we will write, will they go to see the doctor tomorrow? How about if we change the subject to you? In that case also it will be, will you go to see the doctor tomorrow? So in the simple future tense, the interrogative sentence takes the form will followed by the subject and then the base verb. Now let us look at this sentence. Are you sleepy now? What do we see here? That this is an interrogative sentence in the simple present tense, and here the be verb is the main verb which is showing us the tense. What about if we have to write this sentence to portray the simple past tense? In that case, we will use were you sleepy then? So we see that when be verb is the main verb in an interrogative sentence, then auxiliary verbs are not used to form interrogatives. But in the simple future tense, if we have a sentence as dash you dash sleepy after the movie, in that case, we will write will you be sleepy after the movie. So in case of an interrogative sentence where be verb is the main verb and it portrays the future tense, in that case, we use will and then be verb in its base form. Now let us do this exercise. Complete the sentence in the simple present tense. Dash the river, dash under the bridge. And the verb given to us is flow. Now we know that we use an auxiliary verb to show us the tense and the main verb stays in its base form. So here we will use the verb in its base form and we will use an appropriate form of the do verb for a singular subject, the river. So it will be, does the river flow under the bridge? Now let us read this sentence. Does she need money? Now this is an interrogative sentence in the simple present tense, but this is a positive interrogative sentence. Now if we write, does she not need money? In that case also, this is an interrogative sentence portraying the simple present tense. But in this case, it is a negative interrogative sentence. Why? Because we have included the negative word not. Now we can write this sentence, does she not need money, in another form. We can also say, doesn't she need money? Both these sentences mean the same. What have we done here? Instead of writing does she not, we have written doesn't she. So this is the contracted form of does not. Now what if our subject changes to you? How will we write this sentence in that case? We will write, do you not need money? Or we can write the contracted form and write, don't you need money? So we see that the sentence can take two forms. We can either write do or does depending on the subject, followed by the subject, then not, followed by the base verb, or we can use the contracted form to write don't or doesn't, followed by the subject and then the base verb to portray this tense. What if we have the verb as go? How will we form a negative interrogative sentence to portray the simple past tense in these two sentences? Let us see. Dash John dash for a picnic yesterday. How will we write? Did John not go for a picnic yesterday? Or we can use the contracted form to write, didn't John go for a picnic yesterday? So the sentence can take two forms. It can either use did followed by the subject and then not followed by the base verb, or it can use the contracted form which is didn't followed by the subject and then the base verb. What about this sentence? Now here we have two sentences given to us and we have to use the verb go. We have to form a negative interrogative sentence to portray the simple future tense. So how will we write? Dash he dash to see the doctor tomorrow. We will write, will he not go to see the doctor tomorrow? Or we can write the contracted form which is, won't he go to see the doctor tomorrow? So the negative interrogative sentences which portray the simple future tense can be written in two ways. We can either write will followed by the subject, then not followed by the base verb, Or we can use the contracted form and write won't followed by the subject and then the base verb. Now let us look at the sentences here. Are you not sleepy now? Now this is a negative interrogative sentence where the be verb is the main verb. So here also we have not used any auxiliary verb. We have just included the negative word to form a negative sentence. So are you not sleepy now or aren't you sleepy now is the same thing. In the second case we have used the contracted form of are not. So how will we write this sentence in the simple past tense? We will write were you not sleepy then or weren't you sleepy then? In the simple future tense, we will write it as will you not be sleepy after the movie or won't you be sleepy after the movie? So here we have included not before the be verb, and in the second case we have used the contracted form of will not. Let us do this exercise now. Complete the sentence in the simple present tense. Dash the river, dash under the bridge, and the verb given to us is not flow. So we have to form a negative interrogative sentence. How do we form that? We will write does the river not flow under the bridge, or we can use the contracted form to write doesn't the river flow under the bridge? So what did we learn today? Today we have learned the use of simple tenses in interrogative sentences. So the simple tense in positive interrogative sentences have the sentence forms as did followed by the subject followed by the base verb in the past tense. In the present tense it is do or does followed by the subject and then the base verb. In the future tense it follows will or shall followed by the subject and then the base verb. The negative interrogative sentences can be written in two ways. What are the ways? In the simple past tense, we can write did followed by the subject, followed by not and then the base verb, or we can use the contracted form and write didn't followed by the subject and then the base verb. In the simple present tense, we can write do or does depending on the subject, followed by it, then followed by not and then the base verb, or we can write don't or doesn't followed by the subject and then the base verb. In the simple future tense, we can write will or shall followed by the subject, then the negative word not followed by the base verb, or we can use the contracted form won't followed by the subject and then the base verb. Now remember that we never use the contracted form of shall not. So now that you have learnt about simple tense in detail, I hope you can easily work with them. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com or download the DeltaStep app to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You can also win amazing prizes like PlayStation, iPad, watches and many more along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So learning at DeltaStep is not just fun and easy, it is also rewarding. So register for free now.